Oh, you was born Himothy.
Born him.
Hey, you damn sure is Himothy.
I'll tell you what doctor said.
What he said?
When I got born.
What?
He was like him. Like, he tried to name me. They named me Avery. I didn't name myself Avery. Him.
Himothy.
He was holding me up. Like,
so him is the short of
like
Himothy.
Rikishi was doing Simba. He was like, like, they knew what time it was. They talking about some Avery. I was like, who the fuck names a kid Avery?
This man, hey man, y'all know what time it is, man. It's JitTalkPodcast. We at it again, as y'all can see, but this time,
oh god,
I got a special.
Is this mine?
Special. No, put it back. I got a badass. I got a special guest in here with me today, man. If y'all know me, y'all definitely know this man like the back of my ass cheek. I ain't even gonna hold you. Hey, it is what it is. But man, this my brother from another mother. I'm gonna go ahead and let him introduce yourself. Hey, boss man, Mr. Himothy.
Yeah.
Let the people know who you is, man. What's going on with you?
What's up, guys? It's THEEDREADGOD, the he who hymns. Everybody knows my problem.
Ooh, Jesus.
What's up with you?
Man, so what's been going on, my guy?
No.
What's been going on with the Dread God? Tell me, what's been going on?
I've been chilling, man. You know, so I just got into a relationship recently.
Ooh.
Yeah, I see why.
Okay.
Now I understand.
That's why you ain't been outside.
Yeah, I understand why people don't get in relationships now. Like, completely makes sense to me.
Damn. You gotta explain this. Why you feel like that?
Stressed out, bro. You can't do anything by yourself anymore. So that's one thing. Everywhere you go, you gotta bring her. What's up, Tony? By the way.
Hey, that's his old lady name. Shout out to Tony.
Yeah, she's over there staying down. I can't do it anymore. So other than that.
Oh, so she wasn't gonna let you come outside.
Oh yeah, I can't go in.
Right.
So I feel like when you sign for a relationship, there should be some type of contract letting you know that there are things that you can and can't do, and one of them is you can't be by yourself. So which is just sacrifices. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's what.
Listen, man. So the people want to know, man. How do we know each other? How do Tez know the Dread God?
Do you want to tell them the truth, or do you want to tell them how we were dating the same girl?
Let
me know. We'll tell them that another time.
Whoa, that's not what we gonna talk about right
together.
Now. Yeah,
we got cool.
You trying to make it a little spicy? We're not gonna make it spicy right now. No, just let them know like what's been going on. What exactly? How did we meet? What school did we meet in? I know a story, so I just want to see what he gonna say. So how do we really know each other, Avery? Other than that story, we gonna leave that for y'all monster one.
Went to Pirates together, you know. I was a straight A student in school, you know what I'm saying. I was like a nerd, you know. I had like a 4.5 GPA, so me and Ted, you know, Ted was dumb, so I didn't really hang around the same crowd. So yeah, man, we went to Pirates, and then we got cool. And I left and went to an advanced school for people who are mentally advanced, like very, very
mentally
smart.
ill.
So,
my bad. Go ahead.
So I went to school for really, really smart people, so that's when we stopped being friends. So, but after that, yeah, I think we linked up when I started playing football. I stopped hanging around the highly intelligent, smart kids and wouldn't go hanging around my dumb friends. So that's how I got cool with Tez again.
Cal.
Oh, you gonna
I'm gonna be real with
I'll
y'all.
tell y'all what he wants to tell y'all.
Don't let this man lie to y'all. I've been knowing ever since I was in the 6th grade. He was in the 8th grade. How we finished school together? I don't know. You tell me. At that point, you tell me. Because I honestly don't know. But I've known ever since I was in middle school, 6th grade. I remember it was my first day of school at the time. He knew my sister at the time. Yeah. But at the time, he didn't know. Like, they related. But I remember I was walking inside. So in middle school, literally same size, which is crazy. But literally, so 8th graders had to sit in the courtyard. 7th graders had to sit in, I think, the basketball court. And then 6th graders had to sit back towards, like, the trailer.
Oh, I know what you're about to tell them.
Yeah, at the time, I was in 6th grade, so I'm supposed to go back to the trailers, but I don't know this. So I go, because someone see Eric, he's like, what's up? I'm like, okay, he cool. He was like, you know what I mean? Came and sat down, and when we started talking, and they was like, oh, what grade you in? Oh, how old are you? I think it started with, how old are you? I was like, oh, I'm only, like 12, I think it was, something like that.
Yeah, you were like 12, but you was a baby.
So they was like,
Nick was still
wait, what grade? What'd you say?
I said Nick was still the same size.
I knew he said some slick shit just then. That shit be so. But so at the time, I remember it was just like one of those situations where I told them, and they were just looking at me like, "Bro, you're not supposed to be here." I'm like, huh? They're like, you're not supposed to be here. You're supposed to be over there. So that was the first time I ever met Avery. Was in middle school, 6th grade. We kind of known each other. We kind of course, you know, Avery hung around his crowd, I hung around my crowd, but we've known each other since 6th grade.
The intelligent kids who had the
big
future.
dumbass motherfucker. That's what it is right now. But if y'all look at it like this, I'm 28.
Who
I met
college
Avery when I was 12.
I
made the. Just for the sake. Bro, I went to the fucking.
Who got degrees for making the podcast? You guys let me know.
I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't even got a degree. I ain't even gonna.
Nah, I dropped out.
He said I dropped out. I forgot you went way out. What was it? Parlay? Oh, that's a club.
Palomar.
My bad.
Palomar. Parlay.
Parlay.
That's why I know you be downtown too.
Too much. But
Palomar.
How was Palomar out there? That was in California, y'all. How was California?
It was an experience.
It was a good experience.
I had a lot of I explored myself as a man. Is probably what I say.
Okay.
It's probably the best way to say it while saying I was a whore. So I explored myself as a man.
I tried to whistle y'all. It didn't come out.
But Palomar was dope. It was cool. I realized that when I went to school, I realized that education just wasn't for me. It's not for everybody.
Yeah, I ain't gonna hold y'all.
And do all that wasn't for me. I figured that.
To be honest with you, college work compared to high school work,
completely different. I ain't do the high school work.
I got 3 more. Listen, I got 3 more classes in order for me to get my AA, and I still ain't got that. So that let you know, college.
Boys wanted me to get up at 8 a.m. for a class. Like I wasn't even going to high school getting up at 8 a.m. I'm definitely not getting up at being a grown adult. I went to college. I was like 24 when I finally went to college.
You was like 23.
I was 23.
Yeah, you was like 23.
Goddamn old. I finally decided to go.
Right.
I was like, I'm gonna be 23 getting up. I don't even get up that early for work. You think I'm finna get up to come out here and go to the class? I'm not doing that, bro. So
Bro, so what's the plan for THEEDREADGOD? What's next for you, my guy?
Just getting these animations in, man. I'm working on a webcomic. I'm working on a webtoon.
Okay, that's
those
dope.
of you guys
That's
that
dope.
with that, I'm on a webtoon comic going. That's pretty
Okay.
interesting. It's about your worst fear. Usually, it's like a video game, and the video game gets possessed. It's like a possessed video game that's being shipped across the world, and when you play it like scans your brain for all your worst fears. Like it scans your memories, your dreams, your ideas, like and manifest your worst fear into a monster. You got to kill the monster, and if you kill it, you get superpowers, and you get entered into what's called the Tournament of Nightmares. So that's kind of what that is about. That's the website I'm working on now. So
that's dope.
It's comics and animations, and like you guys know, I do the little funny YouTube stories, Twitter stories, animation about my life. So like Cali, but I'm just chilling right now, man. Just trying to figure out how to get out of this relationship that I got into.
But other than that, stupid.
Yeah, man, birthday's coming up.
Okay, I was just gonna say that, man. Any vacations, cruises, anything like that you want to go on?
My girlfriend's forcing me against my will to go on a cruise.
Ooh, shit.
Yeah, it's not really have a choice. She said, "Oh, I'm coming back to be 30." Oh, it sounded painful coming out my chest. Oh my god, it sounded terrible. Saying that out loud is crazy. Damn. Yeah, but it's crazy.
We got the crowd looking at us like, for real? We say Corey
like, oh yeah.
That's how y'all feel? We ain't saying like that, you know what I mean? Niggas kind of old. Shout out to the choreographers and everybody out here, man. But, so you said you going.
Why you got your hand on my
You
thigh?
said that's dance. That is dancing, ain't it? My bad. I damn sure this is choreographers. The producers. Everybody who behind the screen, man. Shout out to them guys,
all
man.
Possible for sure. Why you put your hand on my thigh?
What you said? Because I was going.
You know that makes me uncomfortable.
My bad.
You remember MegaCon?
My fault.
When I tell you when I was in the car with Dude, he put his hand on my thigh. Well, it's another time.
I mean, that's a whole nother story. Okay.
We got a lot of time here tonight. So yeah. Right now, I'm going on cruise ships, and yeah, man, I'm going on a cruise. Me and Tony are going on a cruise. She's forcing me to get my book, but we're going. I'm gonna have a great time, and yeah. Do you have I don't really like Tony. Tony was telling me like cruise stories that she's had, like her experiences, and they're all positive. Like, do you have any like? Do you have any stories to tell when you was on cruise? I remember you were telling me you went on a cruise before.
He being petty right now.
I'd rather if you...
Because he already said he was going to mention it.
Yeah,
but see how some people be acting like they don't... He already... All right, y'all. Let me tell y'all this story. What happened? All right, so he trying to be petty, but it's already been said. So I guess I got to talk about.
So about your experience on a cruise.
My cruise experience. I just went on a cruise. I want to say last year, sometime around the end of November. I think it was either the end of November or the beginning of December. I can't really remember.
Yeah, I remember I told you not to go because Thanksgiving you were looking a little bit bloated, so I told you not to go.
Bitch.
Sorry. Y'all know how y'all feel. Go ahead, Mom. I'm sorry.
I'm just throwing low blows. This is crazy right now. So, but yeah, I did go on a cruise, y'all. I went on a cruise. First off, I looked good. Don't do me. Don't do that. Don't do that. I look good then. Because I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't get no pictures of my body out there. It ain't because I ain't look right, just because I ain't get no pictures.
It was all neck up.
Ain't true. No, it was. Don't listen to this. It count. But so I did. I know I looked good. But so I did go on a cruise, y'all. I did have a time of my life. But the situation, he ain't shit. The situation he talking about right now, that got him in all giggles. So I was having fun, right? So I
have an amazing time.
I ended up meeting this a Colombian girl.
Colombiana.
Colombiana.
We call her Colombiana.
You call it that. We don't mention names, so it's definitely Colombiana.
We call her Colombiana.
So I met Colombiana.
You have to say it like Colombiana.
Colombiana.
Every time you say it, you get like Colombiana.
I gotta say it a little kinky.
Yeah.
I got you, Colombiana. So I met this girl named Colombiana, right? So how we met, we ran into each other. She said something to me, and I was like, oh yeah. So I guess she seen me at an adventure that we was on before, we came back to the ship.
An adventure?
And she was like,
there? Like, what do you mean adventure? Like excursions?
Like excursions.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, say the right word. Go ahead.
Damn. So yeah, it was an excursion.
Say adventure, I'm thinking you went on some type of Lord of the Rings conquest. Like, what do you mean adventure? Like, what you?
Nah,
so
it was an excursion. I'm sorry, he right, excursion. So we went on an excursion. So we ended up meeting each other back at the. We was getting food at the time, and I remember she was just like, hey. I was like, what's up? Don't know her from a lick of a penny. Didn't never see her, nothing like that. So she's like, oh, did you have fun today? I was like, oh yeah, I rode the dolphins, so and so, whatever. And she was like, oh yeah, I seen you. I was like, damn, you ain't say nothing. So we ended up talking from that point.
I don't like saying the first word.
Listen. I didn't speak. She spoke to me, and I just responded, just being myself.
Why you ain't saying that?
Right. I'm bougie. I'm not gonna say nothing first. So she said, thank you, thank you. But so she ended up seeing me again later on in the day, and we were just cool. I was just being her friend. We was talking, and then I told her I was going to the room real quick for something. I forgot what it was, and then I went to the room. I was like, well, if anything, just come swing by my room. I'm not trying to invite her in the room. I'm not trying to fuck. I just want her to come. I just want her to know, where my room at. Not really giving a fuck what's going on. So I ended up going back to the room, and I ended up laying down. I think my stomach must have been turning or something like that was going on with me. So I ended up, not yet. So he laughed because the part getting better. So she ended up coming to my room, knocking on it, and I told her like, hey, what's going on? So she just said she knew where my room was, then she left. So later on in the night, we ended up meeting later on. She ended up telling me like, oh, I want to see you upstairs at the deck or whatever. So we was at the deck, chilling, talking, and just communicating with one another. And of course, as we sitting there talking, we did not kiss. Of course, as we were there talking, I'm getting horny. At the end of the day, I'm a man, so I'm getting horny. So I'm just like, what was it?
You ever seen Onyx from Pokemon? That's what was in Ted's pants. Geodude. Alright. Colombiana.
So we have a conversation, like I said, and at this point I'm horny because we've been drinking, and on the boat, so you get all you can drink type drinks.
Where's the teleport?
Jesus, this man want to drink. He's not even a drinker. You're not even a drinker.
I drink all the time.
That. That's if Tony forces you to drink. Let's be 1,000.
We already talked about how relationships start and how I'm forced to do things I don't want to do. At the end of the day.
Okay. I see what you're saying.
Go ahead, man. I'll drink the teleport later.
Jesus, this man with teleport and all that. But so back to the story. So as we sitting and we chilling, relaxing, like I said, I'm getting horny. But at this time, my stomach also bubbling. It was already bubbling earlier. Let me remind y'all. It was already bubbling earlier. I just thought I just had bubble guts at the time. But once I sat down, like we was laying down on like a little futon. So we were talking, and she was telling me how she don't want to do nothing, and how she's trying to get her mom right. So I'm just like, all right, at this point,
the whole time he's having this conversation, his meat is on category.
So at this time, I'm just like, you know what? All right, if you want to come up to the room, you can come up. If you don't, you don't. I'm not gonna press you into doing nothing. So she was like, peer pressure's real. Oh my God. She's going crazy in the head. But I'm just like, listen, if you don't want to come, you don't got to come. But I'm finna go back to the room. So she's looking at me like, man, should I do it? I'm just like, it's on you if you want to do it or not. So she ends up staying there, and I end up leaving. But right before I left, I was like, all right, I'm going to talk to you later. Then I grabbed a titty and left. So of course me squeezing her was like a turn on for her. She was like, oh my God, stop. So I just walked away. She's like, Tez, and she's looking at me while I'm walking away. So I leave, I go back to the room. Listen, yes sir. Yes, I didn't suck it. I didn't suck it, but definitely grabbed it. But so when I grabbed it, I left. But at this time, I left her. I'm not even thinking about that. I'm like, you know what? Let me go back to the room. My stomach bubbling too much right now. So I get back to the room. I jump on the toilet. I'm blowing it up at this time. It's flying out. Man, I'm like, I don't know what this was in my body. My stomach hurting. Do. I'm like, no. Because in my head, it's either the guys that I came with or it's her. So I'm like, damn. So, not even wiped. I lean up, look outside, and I'm seeing who it is. I'm seeing through the peephole. So as I'm looking through the peephole, I see it's her. She's like leaning on the wall, right? So I'm like, bah. So at this time, I'm wiping. All right, am I clean? I'm clean. All right, am I clean? No, I'm not clean. Oh, I'm not clean. Oh, I'm not clean. Oh, I'm not. I'm steady wiping, trying to make sure I'm clean. Oh, I'm not clean. Oh, I'm not clean. I'm like, all right, I'm clean. But if you know, anytime you blow up the bathroom, right? Your ass stank. Your ass stank. But in my head, I'm just like, okay, I'm just going to be fucking. I'm not going to do anything else like head and nothing like that. I just know what time it is. We just going to be, having sex.
Yeah, she'll be like away from your ass.
Right. I'm thinking like she not going to be close to it. So I open up the door and I'm just like, what's up? She's like, all right, get it over with. I'm like, all right, bet. So like she came to the room already knowing what time it was. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, freak.
So she comes into the room, of course. So she comes in the room and of course, you know what I'm saying, we get to it and then like I don't know what happened, but I'm a little bit drunk, so my meat kind of cold like a little soft. So I'm just like, oh man, I was trying to stop. She was like, what? I was like, I'm going a little soft right now. She was like, all right, come here. So at this time, right? Let me wait.
Get it back up.
Wait. So
give me back the honest mode.
Listen, this is her laying on the bed, right? So this is me. You gotta remember.
You like by her head?
Literally, this is the side of her head. This is me. You gotta understand, I did not wash myself. So I know, okay, I got some length to me. So I know she won't be able to get back. So I'm straight.
You acting like that?
Length, yes sir.
Fuck with you.
You know what I'm saying?
Fuck with you.
Yes sir.
I ain't know. I know.
He said, I ain't know.
That's what's up.
Please, I don't want that. Really don't
I'm
want
baby
you,
carrot gang, so I wasn't know. We know what team we on. We work what we work with. You know what I mean?
Back to the story. we work what we work with, huh?
Yeah.
So you don't fuck with the man.
I got a lot of pumps in me. So I can make.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. I got some pumps in me too. You know what I'm saying? Who? Minute Man? Who? Who?
My thing is, I'm. We'll get to it later.
Okay, so back to the story. So basically, she started giving me head or whatever. So she's giving me right. I feel it, and then she takes her hand right. So let's say this is my balls, right, and this is where the butthole at. So she takes her hand and she cuffs it. And she just started like playing with my balls at the same time. And I'm just like, oh, okay, bet. But then she takes her hand, which is so weird, takes her hand and she literally folds it under. So now instead of her hand being on my balls, it's like right under my balls where my ass at. And she's rubbing that ass right now. So I'm just like, okay. So I'm here. All in my head. I'm thinking about all this in my head. I'm like, please don't smell your hand. Please don't. Smell your hand. Please don't put your hand close to your face. Please do not put your hand close to your face. So she goes like this. She takes her hand, right? I want y'all to see this. So she takes her hand and she dead serious curves it. And for some odd reason, she just brought her knuckle to her face. Now remember, Avery's hurting. Let's just say Avery's hurting. Can I use you? Not like that, but can I use you as my example? Can I use that as my example?
I've been in a relationship, so I've been forced to do a lot of things I don't
so
do.
So you mind doing it? Okay, bet. So
cool.
Avery's me, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is how she does when she's
long neck.
This is what happens with a long neck. Stop that. My neck is not that long. It is a little bit long. I'm going to. So she takes her hand and she dead goes like this. She's rubbing on it. She goes. She looks me dead in my eyes. Listen, soon as it happens, I swear on everything I love, but in my head, I'm like, But in my head, I'm like, please do not smell your knuckle. For some reason, it was just weird how it happened too. She was just like caressing my balls, and then and the knuckle just went dead to her knuckle. I be so fucking. She just smelt her knuckle. And and she just looked at me like, and like, I'm doing it. I'm talking about meat went soft. I knew it, Tom Lloyd. I knew she smelled it.
Eye contact with
It messed Avery. When I say it messed my whole head up, it messed my whole head up. My meat went soft right then and there. And I remember I was just like, at the time, because I knew exactly what had happened. I knew she had smelled it.
What do you say? What do you say? You smelled your asshole. What the fuck? You fresh off the toilet.
Fresh off the shitter.
What can you tell me to make that okay? Like,
there's nothing you can say. There's nothing you can say. There's nothing you can say at that point. At that point, it's just like, yo, am I gonna keep going?
Club. We're already here. The worst is over.
Listen, it messed up my head so badly. My meat went soft. Like I had to stop it. Like it was, and I've never got soft off head, which is crazy to me. So when it happened, I just knew it. I was just like, you know what? And I remember at the time, at the moment, I was like, oh yeah, this is fun. I had fun, but I'm good. I don't want to do this no more.
Oh man, I forgot. I gotta get up for an excursion.
I gotta
in the morning.
I gotta get up for an excursion in the morning. I remember like when it happened, she was like, "What happened?" Like in my head, I'm like, "You ain't smell that." But I know she did because the way she looked at me, like she was all into it. I'm talking about eyes, like looking at me, like, "Oh yeah, you doing your thing," and then she just went just like.
She a real one for trying to play it off though, because I would have killed myself.
It was one of those situations where I just knew. I was just like, yeah, I messed up. Yeah, it is what it is. So now, like,
did you guys like what she? So she just got up and left. She just like left.
She just left. Yeah,
like,
she just left.
I'm really not feeling like it.
Yeah, she was just like, all right, well, I'm gonna go ahead and go out there. I'm kind of still lit. If you want me to come back, let me know.
Lit the fuck up. That nose lit. That nose lit for sure. Have y'all smelled Ted's ass?
No thanks.
Oh my god! I just left the bathroom before I walked in there, bro. Oh my god! To think that she was like had the face first.
Did y'all hear the way he said
impression?
That? Who is in the back of my ass smelling my ass, Avery? Nobody.
She is.
Listen, I don't need.
Columbia.
That's crazy. Hey, listen. Shout out to her. She knows who she
Columbia,
is.
if you ever see this podcast, like whether it's 2 or 3 years from now, whatever, we're like famous and stuff like that.
That moment was funny. You know what I'm saying?
Sorry.
Shout out to her. You know what I mean?
Live that experience.
She definitely texted me. And what was crazy.
She texted you afterwards?
That's what I'm saying. She texted me after. And she was just like, hey, just want to say I had a fun time. Or I was glad meeting you, this and that. Never responded.
She texted you after that?
She damn sure did.
She nasty.
I did not respond.
She eat ass. Colombiana eats ass. There is no other way. There's no... Get out of here, bro. There's no way.
On everything I love, it threw me off,
Columbia.
and I was just like, all right. But what was crazy is that you know what I mean. She was still trying to talk to me on the cruise, and I was just like, it kind of fucked me up. I ain't really, I wasn't really on that no more. But that was my cruise.
You're not on that no more.
I had fun. Let's just say that. It's the thing about cruises that I like though, bro, and that's one thing I can say. The thing I like about cruises is like. It's an experience of a lifetime, you know what I'm saying? Whether you go with somebody, you know what I'm saying? Even though he's saying...
like that with anybody else, so it's definitely an experience of a lifetime, for sure. Definitely.
Listen, that'll never happen. I don't tell all the bros, I don't tell all the guys. They like, bro, you ain't want to tell her to like, hold on, jump in the shower? I'm like, bro, it was so in the moment.
What if you come on a cruise with me in July and she's there?
I doubt it. Damn, listen, real talk. She told, listen, when you see her,
I remember you. Hey, what's good? What's good with you?
What's she gonna do? That's crazy, because I promise you, bro. If she told me too, she said I go on a lot of cruises too. Hopefully I don't see her on the next one. But one thing I can't say, like I said, one thing I can't say about cruises. Cruises it's fun. Like one thing I can say, like people enjoy cruises. When you go on cruises, it's a lifetime experience. You definitely gotta do it. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't never do it, you definitely gonna enjoy when you do it. My first time ever going on a cruise, I was with an ex, and I still had a blast. You see what I'm saying? I couldn't do what I want to.
If I went on a cruise ship,
I had a blast,
and that happened to me. It's gonna be Titanic Part 2. Nobody's making off the boat. I want you to know. If I went on a cruise, I met with a girl and she smelled like shit. Like if I went to go eat her, and she smelled like shit. I'm sinking this bitch to the bottom of the river. Nobody's ever making it out.
We are not eating anybody on a cruise. We have to know each other. Maybe a couple weeks, few weeks. Maybe I might try you after I've been smelling you.
Ain't that right,
you know
Tony?
What I mean? Because one thing about me, I'm not just going to eat any pussy. You know what I'm saying? I got to make sure I smelled you. If I smell you and you smell good and I eat you, then that should let you know, okay, my pussy smell good. And now if you smell a little funny, I'm going to let you know, hey, babe, let's go jump in the shower.
You have to give head on the first date to become very familiar with that person. I see it in the book. Yeah. I swear.
He lying.
I gave Tony head on the first day we linked up. We're in a relationship now for 2 months. Like, what do you mean?
I mean, first off.
Go on cruise.
What'd you say? First off.
She had a whole man. I took her from her. She was like, oh, wow. I've never had that before. Bro, I'm telling you.
That's crazy.
It changed your life.
Damn.
Change your life, bro.
So you took her from somebody?
Oh, yeah. Still Tony.
My dog will play. That's Himothy.
7 year relationship. 7 year relationship before it ended.
Y'all.
Dated for 7 years.
That's Himothy, y'all. You hear me? That's Himothy.
The he who him, those are my pronouns.
Yeah, but you're going to have fun.
That's a great experience. Wow, that's a great cruise ship.
That is a horrible experience, but that's a horrible situation, but a great experience. Because at the end of the day, I still want to go on a cruise. I don't care what you talk about. I had fun. I had a blast. That situation at the time was not funny. I remember I was like, bro, what the fuck just happened?
When she left. I didn't go. If you told me that, I would have made it so much worse. I would have shit and told you to bring her back upstairs. See if we get around two going. So she texted him afterwards. Who texted you after an experience like that? Like, I would never speak to you again if something like that happened. She could text back to you, check on you, and be like, oh yeah, she eat ass. I'm gonna go take a shit right now. Invite her back upstairs and let's see how much we can. Let's see what we can get away with. They be, bro, there are people who are into that. There be the princes in Saudi Arabia be inviting them Instagram girls out and be shitting on their chest.
And listen,
there are people who are into that.
Let's talk about that. So that's what I've been hearing. So you just say
I'm on that.
You talk to Instagram girl.
What?
Huh?
So what I've heard,
$1 million.
No.
Corey, I know you put $1 million cash in the suitcase in your face right now.
For sure.
Oh God. $1 million cash, bro. $1 million cash in your face.
What happened?
Right
okay, so what happened to
shit? Don't last that long. Your longest
good job, Corey.
Your longest shit.
Good job, Corey.
5 minutes.
Wait. So good job. So let's go back to it. So why didn't you go when the dude tried to fly you out before?
All right.
Yeah, let's talk about that. What happened? He was trying to fly you out to be your friend, shit on your chest. What, we don't talk about that. What? Yeah. Shit on your chest.
We not talking about
we don't talk about that. But $1 million, what happened? Yeah, all right, exactly. That's what I'm trying to tell you. First off, hell no, anybody finna shit on my chest. I'm not finna shit on nobody's chest because that shit don't turn me on. It's shit like that that's crazy, but it happens, which is crazy because I remember seeing, it was another podcast too as well. I can't remember what the podcast name was. If I did remember, I would have shouted out, but I don't. But I remember hearing that, a lot of Instagram girls, they go on these trips and they take pictures of what's going on around them, but they don't let you know insights. But of course, why would you want to tell somebody about
that in a song? You fly out the pictures, places you've flown, and post it on the still and go on the lyrics. But then you talk about that song, how like you don't listen to Drake, like you don't listen to Drake.
No, I'm sorry.
My bad. You listen to NBA boy.
Hey, you already know. Shout out to
Black
Gang 4K Trace.
This how you know like he was the bad kid when we went to school. Like
that's
me. Everybody thinks it's me.
Listen, Avery. Listen on some real stuff. If y'all do not know Avery,
which
y'all do. And y'all know
they call me the humble king of Pine Ridge. That's what they call me. They all went there when it was Crime Ridge. When I went there, I changed the entire genre of what schools know.
Listen, Avery's the type person
and friendly self with the other kids.
Lies.
So that's lies.
Avery's the type person to get mad if he's in Daytona and he stays in Deltona. He will walk from Daytona to Deltona. Man, the entire way.
That's
besides the point.
And all that proves that I know how to walk away from situations instead of giving.
Did it happen? Yes or no?
Yes. I left an altercation. I avoided altercation. I walked home.
What was the altercation?
I had beef with my ride.
Oh, okay.
Should have been throwing that ass. Fuck on her. Anyway, regardless, thank you for putting me on your cruise ship experiences. Now I know that I already didn't want to go because I'm being in a relationship and being forced to go originally. So now I know I really don't want to go. So that's nice. So I'm going there, see if I can make me 50 grand. Give somebody shit on my chest.
He keep talking about this.
Bro, that is crazy. I can't believe.
Listen, I want to listen. The next podcast. The next podcast. We will.